York, New Jersey, and that's one of the major hubs where people is going to fly in to New York City to get to the MetLife Stadium, and they're gonna go through JFK. So they want to make sure that the roads are clear, the roads are up to date, and they just want to make that. But while they're doing that, at the same time, the government rolling out the red carpet, fixing up making all these infrastructure changes and infrastructure development. People here are quietly leaving, and no one is talking about that. People are quietly leaving. They're tapped out, even though we have a great job number today. The unemployment rate is still above 4.3%. And mind you, that doesn't count for people within the economy who are not actively seeking employment. So that just counts for the people the people who are in the economy who are actively seeking employment. There are some people who just literally gave up and trying to find a job. There's some people just minus and just subtract themselves from the labor force, and because they figure out that, hey, listen, why am I putting myself through this stress to get a job and maintain a job and get in this minimum wage when the minimum wage is not doing anything for them? And what I mean, the minimum wage not doing anything for them, if you look at gas recently, you look at food prices recently, a lot of people now are taking the alternative just to sit down at home, especially those younger folks, younger adults who live with their parents, or maybe, you know, in their parents' basement and stuff like that, who doesn't have too much responsibility. They're just like taking it up on themselves just to just stay home because they'd rather stay home, play video games, or do sports betting just to make a little money, or live streaming, or just try to get into something that they like and that they see they could generate some future income from, instead of going out there in the labor force and slave away for peanuts that they can't even use to buy anything of value, or use to to sustain their livelihood because of the current rolling inflation rate. So I don't think this inflation is sticky. There's definitely inflation. It's an energy inflation because energy really dictates everything. When high oil prices are up, that trickles down into high diesel prices, and then high food prices. So there's a little inflation, going on right now. And as I believe, as soon as the war stops, or as soon as the government get a deal with Iran and the Strait of Hormuz is reopened, then we'll see gas prices go down momentarily, and then you'll see all the other trickle down effect as a result of gas prices going down within the economy. With that being said, people just find it hard just to work a regular job and maintain a regular job, and because they think that a regular, well, not that they think, the numbers are showing that people are struggling and people are not working jobs, and the unemployment rate is going up, so on and so forth. So let's come full circle back to the World Cup game. So yes, everything is getting in order for the World Cup. We're gonna host a whole lot of countries here, and you would think that, hey, Jermaine, like, all right, the World Cup is coming to the United States. That in itself would create some jobs, some opportunities for people within the service industry, within the hospitality industry, within the restaurants and stuff like that. Yes, that's absolutely true. Yes, that should create some opportunity, some short-term um, employment within these industries. Now, if you go on Airbnb right now, or bookings.com, any one of those platforms, to search up accommodation in any one of the major cities the World Cup that the World Cup game is going to be held, or any one of the major cities within the country, you'll see that the rates are up. These rooms are booked out, and it's definitely going to be expensive to get